Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to Inside Line Racing. This is Season 6, and this is ILR3 on the Xbox tier, and we are here at round number 2 in the floodlights for the Bahrain Grand Prix at the Sakhir International Circuit. It's been holding races since 2004, and it became a night race only recently in 2014, since the start of the hybrid era. I am Jez, and I will be your commentator for this evening. Jack, my co-com, is again filling in for ILR2, so it's just me in the commentary box commentating for this beautiful tier. Now, before we get kicking off with the race, here is a track map around this beautiful Bahrain circuit. 15 turns at 5.4 kilometer circuit, and there are 3 DRS zones today. One installed recently in turn 4, which will get some good overtaking moments for sure. Some other overtaking moves we will probably see today is probably around turn 1, and people got to try and avoid any instance in lap 1 especially. So we had a cracking opening round last week in Australia, and I thought I will take you through the standings as of last week, produced by one of our drivers, Cinnamon Rage, so thank you very much to him. So here we go, here is the standings from last week. So LCR Ben took the win last time out in a Toro Rosso, with Jack in P2 and Street Gamer in P3. Both of them actually got their best results to date, which was great to see, as they were lower down in the field in season number 5. So it was nice for them to really put them through their pace. Then we have Oasis in P4. Oasis is one of the drivers that cannot make it tonight, but we have Ginger Ninja, who finished 5th, and he set the fastest lap of the race. And we got Revolution in 6th, Button 7th, Leper 8th, who was a reserve driver last week, Hamilton 9th, and Cheesy Dreams 10th with 1 single point. Everybody else yet to score. So, are you guys ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix? It should be absolutely exciting, as everyone is about to go on their flying laps. So, let's kick it off then. The graphics on this game with the floodlights is absolutely amazing. It just looks like real life, and that's why pretty much I love commentating on this track on this game, as well as Singapore. So, I'm currently riding on board with Street Gamer, who got a podium last time about, like I said. But he did have a little bit of a swerve in towards the final corner. He hit the curve a little bit there, which should compromise him on his run. And the tyres that you will expect to see today are the C1s, the C2s and C3s. And to cut it short, it is the softs, mediums and the hards. So most likely it's going to vary in the strategy today. We're not going to see a lot of people go on the softs unless they're going to take a bit of a gamble. If people want to qualify on the softs, they will probably likely go and do the 2-stop, which is quite, I don't know. I haven't tried doing softs, mediums to mediums, but in some cases it could work, because when I was doing practice, it equates to the same race time if you were doing mediums to hards. So it depends on how much you are managing for those tyres. So we are going to see who is on the board on a lap. Now, we do have some people filling in tonight. Cinnamon Rage is in the McLaren tonight. He is filling in for someone who cannot make it, unfortunately. And we got Lukey in the Racing Point tonight. He is filling in for Oasis in the Racing Point. I have said it right. And I think that's the only reserve drivers that we have. Everyone else is in their cars. And we got someone who has returned, he was on holiday last week in this very place in Bahrain, so he's back. Steerage, he's in the pits currently at the moment. It's the first time that him and Hamilton have been running no line at all, so they are starting to get used to it, but we're not going to expect hugely for them at this stage, even though Steerage was the ILR3 champion last season, so we won't expect them that higher up to begin with until they get used to it. And I think Steerage will speak to me earlier on that he wasn't that used to the handling on this game, so we won't expect to see him that high up. But meanwhile, we've got a lot of people in the 130s at the moment on the hards. No one has gone on the mediums. I think the only one on the mediums is Lukey, as he's going towards the final. He's about to start his lap. Let's just go on board with a lap going through turn 1 as you brake just before the 100 metre board, and you could expect some great racing and overtaking there. Make sure you don't brake too late. Another DRS straight braking around the 150 and 100 meter boards again, and now he's just binned it. And I was about to commentate on a hot lap on him, and he was doing a little bit of donuts there. So, and I don't think there's anyone going to commentate on a hot lap yet until we get to the end. But LCR Ben, our race winner last time out, so set a very good bank lap on the hards at the moment with a 1:29.7. And just a quick reminder for those of you that are new to league racing, if you qualify in the top 10, you will have to start the race on the tyre you set your fastest lap on. Mediums or the hards will be the best way to go. So, I think hards is actually not a bad racing tyre, to be fair. When I was racing in ILR3 PS4 yesterday, the hards were good. They actually had not too much of a grip. Bad of a grip, really. It had a good service to them. So starting on the mediums or the hards, it's up to them. It depends on how long you want to go for your stint. If you want to gain positions, mediums is the way to go. But if you want to avoid trouble and try and gain towards the end of the race, hards will be the way to go. So it is really up to the drivers, as we got a yellow flag in sector 3 already. I don't know who that is from, but I'm not going to follow them as much as possible. Now, Bibbin has just gone past turn 10. Now, turn 10 is the corner towards your out for today, as we've seen a lot of people in other tiers this week that completely ball in turn 10 because the apex is so blind you can't even see it, so you have to brake a lot earlier than normal. But luckily they don't have racing line in this tier, so they won't be relying on the racing line to determine when to brake. So they can brake just at the right moment, and they can also brake at a faster rate as well. But again, it is still very hard to manage with as well. So Bibbin's about to cross the line in the Haas car, and is he going to go to the pits? No, he's not. So he's going to get a lap in. What is he going to set on the hard? For 1:30.7, that puts him into P9. The fastest guy on the softs is Hamilton, but again, it's a banker lap, so don't expect them to be fast. Now, I am calling MXTT DJ Matt DJ, and he's fine with that. And one, it's easier to pronounce, and I think that's what I want it to pronounce anyway. So, we've got Street Game with the other Haas who's about to send a lap, and he's on pole at the moment on 1:29.5, and that's separated by 0.2 of a second to LCR Ben. So we decided to get 2 laps on the hards. Now, if I was qualifying on the hards, which I did, 2 laps on the hards would be essential. But if you go on your second lap on the hards and it's not good enough, dive it into the pits. Now, the main reason why my lap on the hard, second lap on the hard, wasn't that good last night was because I wasn't managing my ERS effectively. So that is very key on this circuit if you want to get 2 laps on the hards and do it well. So it's plenty enough to get enough fuel in the car. So it's important to get enough fuel in the car. So in order for these guys to do that. So Ginger Ninja had made way too many mistakes last week, mainly due to his tyres. So I wonder if he's going to do the same this week. So we need to watch out for him, really. But if he keeps his tyres under control this week, I could expect him to get some very good results today. So I'm not going to get predictions in because they tend to put some commentators' curses, so I'm not going to do that. And we are seeing a few more people going out for their second out laps earlier than I thought. We've got Epix, who's on his out lap on the mediums, and so is Dragon Shanley as well, which is quite surprising. I do believe Shanley is another person which we haven't seen last week, I believe, or we might have seen him last week, but I wasn't paying attention. But there we go. So let's quickly run through your orders so far. We've got Ginger Ninja in P1, Matt DJ in P2, Jack 3rd, Street Gamer 4th, Dazlad in 5th. Unfortunately, Dazlad did retire last time out in Australia, which was a bit of a shame, but I was seeing him in the PC League on Tuesday because he also races in the PC League, and he did not too bad, and he kept the car on the track, which was nice to see. So I do predict that he is going to finish tonight. So I hope he finishes tonight because that will be a good result for him. I can't remember what car he is in on the PC League, but I'm not entirely sure about that one. But anyway, in 5th, and he's going to dive it into the pit at the moment. Quite a lot of people going into the pit, and the ones going on their out laps now, they are going to have a benefit of free traffic, and that's really going to help them with their laps, because everyone else will go into the pits. They'll have clean lap when they go on into their flying lap, which will help Ben especially, as Ben is down in 7th. Now Steerage, a very good lap using no line off the bat in P7 at the moment, so very good qualifying session for Steerage at the moment on the Setup hard. So I wonder what he's going to do on the set of the medium tyre, which is likely what tyre he would go on in the race. So please make sure you watch out, as Ben is really starting to get a lot of heat into his tyres, and I'm really liking Ben's helmet choices, by the way. And we're not getting any weather reports today because it's going to be dry no matter what. There is no rain in Bahrain unless it's a monsoon, and I don't think it's going to be a monsoon in today's race. So the advantage is the drivers will know what the weather is coming into the race, because it is going to be dry, and the floodlight looks so beautiful that you can see the track very clearly. So they're not going to have much trouble in terms of visibility. So it should be very, very good indeed. So let's go right on board with Ben on his flying lap then, his second flying lap of the session. Turn 4, he had a little bit of a slide again, which compromised him a little bit. Now approaching turn 5 and 7. The car really comes into play in the start of this, and he's on his out lap. I thought he was on his flyer, but he's not. So I do believe he's on 2 out laps. I'm not entirely sure about that. But he might be, or that might be the game telling Porcupine. So just going into turn 10 as he goes through the DRS straight, braking up a long way down the hill. The third and final DRS zone send you into turn 11 at almost 200 miles an hour, and you brake just after the 100 meter ball. Going into turn 12, flat out, better in the throttle though, lift and coast a little bit I would recommend to get the maximum speed as possible here. And then going to turn 14 and 15, going up the power, going up into 7th gear, then all the way up into 8th gear, going around the final corner. And you can just see the run into turn 1, going to the start finish straight, is very long indeed. As he gets DRS open, and it's a 1:28.6 for LCR Ben, which is pretty decent. But we have seen in other tiers, mediums go on to the 1:27. So we have seen people go faster than that, and it is a no assist tier, so we need to watch out for these drivers. Now, please keep an eye on these drivers as you want to get predictions in for qualifying. Let us know who you think is going to get pole position. A lot of people diving into the pits at the moment, as both LCR Ben and Dragon Shanley are on their in laps going into the pits. I do believe Ben might challenge for another lap actually. He's looking quicker. He was 2 tenths quicker in sector 1 going in there. So I wonder if that mistake in turn 4 has helped him a little bit on this lap. So we'll have to wait and see, as he's just gone past sector 2 as he's braking in the DRS range, and yes, he's on his flying lap at the moment, but he may dive into the pits if his lap is not fast enough. We'll just have to wait and see how he approaches the next 2 corners of turn 12, turn 13 and turn 14 then. I've already gone on board with him, so let's go outboard with him for now. You can see he's fully planted here. He's so committed going through to the corner, so I could predict that Ben could have another very good race coming up here as well. So Ben is about to cross the line. He's about to cross the final corner. We'll have to wait and see. If he goes faster again by 3 tenths, 1:28.3. So he's managing ERS just right, just a little bit. He almost ran out at the end. He had to go to 4th for a minute there. But him having the right fuel load in qualifying really helped him get 2 laps. Because the less fuel you have, the quicker you're going to be. And that's what Ben wanted to do. Is the first lap was really setting the tone, and then the second lap was just nailing it and getting it right. So we've got 2 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock for qualifying, and pretty much everyone is going out for their out laps. And let's just look at the best tyres. So Ben set his lap on the mediums, his best lap. We've got Ginger Ninja, Jack and Matt saying that their best lap on the hards. We've got Dragon Shanley set their best lap on the mediums. We've got Hamilton, Street Gamer, Dazlad, Steerage, Joker, Revolution, Epics, Almond, Cheese Dreams, Cinnamon Rage, Bibbit and Bibbin set their best lap on the hard. Lukey hasn't set a lap time yet, and neither has Blazer Gun. So they really got to get a move on here. Lukey's on the softs at the moment. I think, yes, he's on the softs. He's the only one on the softs. Everyone else is on the mediums. So if Lukey qualifies in the top 10, he will almost certainly go on to a 202 stop if he sets his best lap on the softs. But if he qualifies outside the top 10, he's going to have fresh tyres going into the race, and he'll probably go for mediums to hards. So here comes Lukey then, going towards, he's hit the curb a little bit, so it's not going to be a faster lap time, and may choose to go a bit slower to possibly get free choice of tyres. Starting 11th in this track is key, I think. It's a good place to start P11, so I think that's what Lukey is aiming for. Hopefully he hasn't got his lap time invalidated, as Blazer Guns is going to start at the back of the grid. He's starting from the pit lane. I'm not sure of any penalties to be made aware of as of yet. 129.2, that puts him in 5th, and everyone else is on the mediums. That's not incredibly fast lap on the softs, but everyone else is on the mediums, so we'll just have to wait and see. So Ben is still first, Ginger Ninja second. I'm just going to see who could be on, who's going to be the last person to cross the line. MXT DJ is going to cross the line. He comes across the line in 5th, and I do believe he's slowing down just a little bit there, so I don't think he's going to improve. Ginger Ninja 128.0, and he's slowing down as well, so I don't think he's going to go for another lap. Street Gamer, he comes across the line. He 128. He goes in 3rd. So he's the top 3 are not going to improve. They're slowing down. So it's up to the rest of the field to see if they can match these guys. So Revolution just goes past turn 10 very cleanly there. So as Dazlad, P2. So Dazlad has pitched Ben to the post then on a 7 mediums. His best qualifying result so far. We've got yellow flag in sector 2, don't know. Dragon Shanley, he will start no higher than P9. Jack P4 at the moment. Let's see where everyone else is. Steerage just go. Hamilton just got past sector 2. So has Steerage as he goes past turn 12. And I think Revolution's a bit further on the lap, so let's just follow him. Revolution, let's see where he comes across the line. He dives it in to the pits. MXT DJ, he's going past there. Let's go put on board with Steerage then. Steerage is looking pretty good then, as he goes towards the final corner then, as he gets DRS to the T. What lap time is he going to set? 6. So pretty good for him. MXT DJ, he's running slow. How about Bibbin? Bibbin is going faster, I think, as he's on overtake mode at the moment, not going to 5th, as he manages to, you don't want to go too high in the ERS if you want to go on 2 laps, and I think that's what he's going for at the moment, as Bibbin going towards the final few corners. We'll have to wait and see what lap time he's going to get then, as he dives it in to the pits as well. So that is everyone that's set a lap, unless Dazlad can do any better. No, he can't, as he's slowing down as well. So Ginger Ninja in a Mercedes is on pole position, which is really good, and is going to put him into good stead in the race. I wonder if it would change his outlook in terms of strategy. Would he want to go onto another 7 mediums for his second stint and then go onto the softs in the end? He could do that if he doesn't have that much challenge behind. Or he might play it safe and he would go on mediums to hard. So this is what I like about this race, ladies and gentlemen. There are loads of different strategies around here, and this can make for some really good racing. So we are about to get the standings up for qualifying, as Ginger Ninja 2/10 per second, top 9 separated by a second actually. So Ginger Ninja is first, Dazlad second, Ben third, Jack fourth, Street Gamer 5th, Steerage 6th, Hamilton 7th, Revolution 8th, Joker 9th, and Matt rounding up your top 10. Then we've got Lukey, Epics, Dragon Shanley, Bibbin, Cheesy Dreams, Cinnamon Rage, XB1 Almond, and then Blazer Guns not setting a lap time there. So you guys have got your predictions for qualifying. Let us know in the chat or in the comments below, without even looking at the race itself, who you think is going to win the race. Again, I'm not going to get my predictions in because I would commentator's curse. So, we're about to get underway as everyone is about to choose their tyres for the race. If the races that we've seen in PS4 and PC were good enough, we should be in for an absolute cracker. And I can't wait for these 29 laps to unfold before our very eyes. So, corners to watch out for overtaking, like I said earlier. Turn 1. The race is not won in turn 1. So we got to keep an eye on if anyone makes any mistakes in turn 1 and to keep it cautious. Turn 3 into turn 4 in a DRS straight. Even without the DRS in the first few laps, slipstream is OP in Bahrain. But when it gets after lap 3, it is the first detection zone going into the final straight. Detection zone going into turn 3 and 4 is the first DRS zone you will see. So, that is quite crucial as well. Also, possibly turn 5 and 6 maybe as well. And potentially, also turn 10 is going to see a potential overtake, and turn 11. I think these are the corners we can see the most overtaken tonight. So, we got a yellow flag in sector 3, and okay, we got no formation lap. So we got started then already. Okay, I was not expecting that at all. So, we are underway here in Bahrain as Ginger Ninja's got a very good start. As Dad's led up into P2, I think a lot of people have been caught off guard as they were expecting a formation lap. I'm not sure we might get a restart due to that, but I think we are going to keep going. I think it was a bit of a mistake there. But oh well, I think everyone else is fine as Lukey has dropped down position as he's going to try and get past Dragon Shanley in the Renault. Dragon Shanley went a little bit wide into turn 10. I think everyone's made it cleanly in turn 10, but Bibbin has lost out hugely there. He hasn't had much damage to his front wing, so he is okay for now. Blazer Guns as another one. He is staying put in 17th for now. So big gainers at the moment then are Steerage, Hamilton, Joker, MXT DJ, Matt and Epics then. But let's go to the tyres quickly. Is everyone in the top 14? I want to sell the medium tyres with Cheesy Dreams on the softs. And we've got Blazer Guns and Cinnamon Rage and Bibbin on the hard compound tyres. So Dadlad is going to be trying to get the run into turn 1 under Ben. As Ben tries to get past him into turn 1 as he leaves each other enough space luckily. It's Ben, what a crazy move going to turn 1, and he does it very well. Can Dadlad get the speed that he needs? And Steerage has lost it in turn 2 as he's dropped it down into P9. Has he got damage? No, he hasn't. But Jack and Joker having a little bit of a scrap going into Jack, not giving much space towards Joker into turn 5. And this is Joker. Joker's gone from bad to worse as his front wing is completely damaged. And he's going to wait for the other cars to go past him. And I think he's going to dive it into the pits. Yep, pretty much his left wing, I think, is pretty much gone. And, yep, Bibbin also goes into the pits as well. As Cheesy Dreams made his way past XB1. So Cheesy Dreams up into 13th. And he's not that far behind Dragon Shanley in P12. The whole field was so close already. This is getting absolutely tense. And they didn't have enough choice to warm their tyres. Obviously, because of no formation up, they couldn't warm their tyres anyway. So they all had the same tyre degradation at the start. And Ginger Ninja is already pulling up a good gap at front. And we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. And that is Blazer Guns, who has lost it, I think. I think he's lost a bit of his end plate. But anyway, DRS is enabled. Time flies when you're having fun. Dad's lad almost having a look around the inside of Ben into turn 1, but couldn't quite do it. Now this is the crucial part. DRS is enabled. Dad's lad is going to have the advantage of DRS, which he has wide open then. He gets to the inside. Ben holds off and defends from the inside. And he does very well to retain his P2 for now. So the next chance Dad's lad will get will be in turn 10. Now, let's ride on board with Lukey and Cheesy Dreams as they're having another scrap as well. Expert Almonds almost catching into the back there as he almost went around the outside. He almost made a bit of a mistake there as well, so we'll keep a close eye on him as well. Some huge shakers at the moment. And I haven't forgotten, I will do the Supercharge Award. And the Supercharge Award this week is pretty much even. A lot of people have gained 3 places. That is Hamilton, Epic, and Expert Almond. And so I am going to give it one more lap before we decide on who gets the Supercharge Award. Hamilton has had his best start in no line. That is absolutely incredible. I wasn't expecting much from Hamilton going into the race, and he's done completely well. So he's managing to capitalise on other people's mistakes, which is very important. Now, can Dazlad get the straight line speed he did? He's going to get DRS. Ben is going to defend from the outside, but can he make it work? They're both going to be side by side going into the first corner, taking equal lines there. Ben managing to keep his line, having the better exit, and there goes Ben into P2. Hamilton dropping back a little bit from Dazlad and Ben, but he's staying P4 for now. But what about the battle for the last remaining points? Revolution has dropped back a bit from Dragon Shanley. Dragon Shanley is now up into P10 of this race. So Dragon Shanley getting a good start, and so is Lukey as well. Oh, there's a little bit of a slide from Lukey there in the racing points. So that is Lukey down into P13, which is not where you want to be. He's down 2 positions in lap 4. Still loads of people have gained 3 positions. It's hard to decide who's going to get the Supercharge Award. If it gets to about lap 7 and it's not decided, I will have to give it to the one to gain a few positions. And Ben almost lost it in turn 11, but he's managed to capitalise again. Dazlad and Ben are still having a little bit of a scrap there, as Dazlad having a very good performance so far this race. I know he's lost 1 position, but he was right down the back last week. This week, he's proven himself that he can really fight towards the front, guys. Ginger Ninja's already flying away with 5.3 seconds, so I won't be surprised he could do the 2-stop. But let's see. Oh, Blazer Guns is out of the race, but let's draw our attention to the battle for P2 then. Dazlad gets past Ben there really easily there. What a move from him. Dazlad is going to be on the charge. Dazlad really starting to push it today as well. Maybe Ben is saving on his tyres as well. Ben trying his best. And also Hamilton is also catching up to the battle with this as well. We've got yellow flag in sector 1. That is Revolution, maybe? I don't know. Not entirely sure. It's Revolution is going to see if he can get past Cheesy Dreams in the other Toro Rosso as well. Revolution almost being a little bit too aggressive there, but he's managing to keep his line. Joker on the set of the soft compounder tyres, and he's at the fastest lap of the race so far. And bearing in mind that the soft tyres only last about 7 to 9 laps, so Joker will have to pit again very early on, as Cheesy Dreams holding on to Revolution quite easily there. So, because of Cheesy Dreams getting the position from Revolution, the Supercharge Award for this week will have to go to Cheesy Dreams, and we're on lap 5. So, I'm going to write this down before I forget. So, Cheesy Dreams gets the Supercharge Award. I do believe he got it last week as well. So, if he has, it's a second Supercharge Award for him, which is good result for him as well. The amount of battles I can see, it is hard to catch a breath sometimes. 1 minute there's another, and Revolution, he's lost it into the final corner there. It was a little bit of a mistake heating into his tyres, so he's lost the position to Cheesy and to Lukey. And if he's not careful, he could lose a position to Cinnamon Rage as well in the Renault. Cinnamon Rage flying under the radar there, but he can have a bit of clean air in front of him, save his tyres. But he does have Expert Almond right in front of him as well, as Expert Almond almost going to the outside into Cinnamon Rage there, so it could be a chance going in. Oh, Cinnamon Rage having a little bit of a mistake there as they almost touched. As they're, I think Expert Almond got DRS on him, I think. Not quite sure there, but anyway, Expert Almond up into P14, and he's starting to get clear air, and he's going to close up to Revolution in the Williams then. Now, Ginger Ninja, 6 tenths behind Dazlad. The battling that Ben and Dazlad are having is allowing Ginger Ninja to really start pushing. And if Ben doesn't make a move on Daslad pretty soon, you're going to see the likes of Hamilton get past him, and that is absolutely key. So let me get the tyres up for you quickly. Now I want to set out the mediums, so they are all on the same strategy at the moment. So there's nobody on the hards except Cinema Rage down behind. So Cinema Rage is going to start pushing it quite early on. So let's just see up front. I don't think Ben is going to get the edge on Daslad, but he's going to get DRS pretty soon as well. I think we're going to get the best seat in the house, I think, for Hamilton. So here comes Hamilton then on Ben. He's a bit too further back, but Daslad covering off of the inside just like he wants to. He did that very well. He was like, you're not having that position, Daslad. Meanwhile, Jack Ladd has got past Sturridge. They got a side by side going into the hairpin, the tight S section then. And Jack gets the run he needed there. And Sturridge is down into 7th, and we got the Red Bull. Oh, there's a bit of touch in there. So Matt DJ, I think, has lost a bit of carbon fibre there. But before that, we've seen some great battling between these three going into the midfield. So some good stuff going there. So what is MXTDJ going to spawn there as Joker has retired from the session? Not quite sure what will happen there. But there is a yellow flag in Sector 1, so I do believe it might have been Sector 1. I have a feeling it might have been turn 5 and 6, I think. So we'll just have to see what goes on, as we've got still a little bit of weaving going on as well, as Stu just going to still try and get some heat into his tyres as well as he goes towards the final corner. Hamilton and Ben are still on equal pace at the moment, still on equal paces behind their rivals. So Hamilton 4 tenths behind Ben 4 tenths behind Daslad, and he's a little bit closer this time, Ben. Can he get the DRS that he needs? He get the DRS wide open very quickly. What can he do? Can he get the run? No. Still a little bit too further back to get the jump there. And that now allows Hamilton to close the gap to 3 tenths now. What about Steerage? Steerage is out of DRS range of MXTDJ now, and Jack. So Jack now up into 6th. Now Cheesy Dreams at some point will need to start thinking about going into the pit, as there's a bit of a mistake between the Sauber and I think both of them missed their braking points just a little bit, and Street Gamer is saying, right, you guys are making a mistake. It's time for me to take action and get the position. And that is exactly what he's doing. Street Gamer is right on the back of Ben now, and Hamilton has overtaken Ben, is up into P3. So much insane battling happening, and we're not even halfway through this race there. Bahrain does bring a classic here in ILR3 Xbox. It did last season, and it is this season. Oh my god, this is going to be an absolute cracker already. Street Gamer then is about 3 tenths behind. Ben has lost it on Hamilton, and that's allowed Daslad to have a little bit of clean air to make sure he can get past Hamilton, as MXTDJ is going to get DRS on Jack, and he easily gets past him into turn number 1. Maybe Matt's tyres are in a lot better condition compared to Jack. Maybe because Jack was struggling a few laps beforehand. But again, we will have to wait and see, as Jack tried to get past MXTDJ into turn 4. I call Matt by different names throughout the whole of his stream. I really need to start to stick to one name, and one name only, really. But anyway, we're approaching lap 10 pretty soon. Ginger Ninja really controlling the race up front. We haven't been following much of him right now, mainly because he's leading and he's not making any mistakes, touch wood. So well, the question is, when will these guys pit? The pit window is opening in a lap's time, so they will start to pit around about lap 10 to 14. The ideal situation is for people to pit on lap 12, and then the hards will definitely go to the end of this race. And that is what some of these guys are hoping to do it. Now, Ginger Ninja will probably, if I was Ginger Ninja at this point, I would be saving fuel at this point if you were so far in front. Be on lean, save your tyres as well, and then you can push the medium tyres for a bit longer before they go onto the hard compound tyres. But there's no sign of him stopping to push. We'll have to wait and see. His XB1 getting a 3-second time penalty. There's Jack and Matt DJ having another bit of a scrap into turn 1. Max DJ defend brilliantly, but how is Jack going to do? Going into a long DRS straight of turn 3 and turn 4, braking just to the 100 meter board this time. This time he brakes just right going here, but still not quite enough to get past the Red Bull, of Matt. LCR Ben is challenging Hamilton for P3 then for the podium position then. He's going to get DRS, and also Hamilton is going to get DRS as well. So I think Ben is going to stay right behind, unless Hamilton makes a mistake, which there's no sign of him making a mistake at the moment. We did have a yellow flag, but I think Lukey had a bit of an off, and XB1 is now up into P13. So far, we have had 2 retirements, and that is Joker and Blazers. So that is what I'm expecting at this stage. Shame we can't have all 18 cars finishing the race, but Steerage has got a 3-second time penalty there, probably due to multiple warnings due to corner cutting. So not quite sure what happened there with Steerage, but that is probably going to put pressure on him. Oh, that was close for Steerage and Epics. Oh my word. I think Epics almost went to the back of him there. That was his end plate completely gone for Steerage. Steerage completely has to change his strategy, and he has to go and take evasive action. Steerage now is going to go, I think, onto another set of mediums, I think. Or unless he goes onto the hard tyres. Yep, it's a change of front wing for him. He's going to go onto hards, but he's going to find it very difficult going towards the end of this race then. So he's going to struggle towards the end. He's going to be fine now because he's pitted quite early due to the mistake. But that means he's down in 15th, and he's not going to get the edge to get into the top 10 as of yet. So that's costed his race. And I think Epics, I don't think Epic has had damage though, I don't think, but he is struggling with his tyres at the moment. And he's now going to have Dragon Shanley right behind him soon if he's not careful. But I think a lot of these guys also are going to be on their in-laps to make sure that they warm the tyres enough to make sure they dive it into the pits and go it on to a set of the hard compounded tyres. So I think Dragon Shanley might have seen the action that was going on in front of him and taking it easy a little bit. So Ginger Ninja as we've got Hamilton 5 seconds stop going speeding in the pit lane. Dazad and Hamilton ping at exactly the same time. I wonder if that's got any damage there because of it. I don't think so. No, it's Hamilton pits, Dazlad pits as well. It's going to be very tight. And I think Dazlad comes out ahead of Hamilton. But going into turn 3 and 4, this is going to be key for them. Who's going to have the edge? As Blazer Guns left the session. They're going to come. So Dazlad's going to come out ahead of traffic behind his teammate and Revolution. Will Revolution help his teammate? If I was Revolution, I will certainly be helping his teammate. So a lot of penalties are starting to fly up here. As Hamilton not getting the run into turn 4 as of yet, but maybe into turn 11 this could really start to come into the play. The hard tyres really take a long time to warm up as well, so this is going to be absolutely costly otherwise if they don't warm their tyres up enough. So we'll have to see what happens here. So let's see what Hamilton does going into the stop to the back straight. The DRS, nope, he's a bit too further back unfortunately, but Dazlad really needs to get past his teammate ASAP really, because otherwise the undercut that he was hoping to get from Ginger Ninja would be lost, as Ginger Ninja dives in. His teammate weren't ready. Wait, what? That was a pit lane glitch as far as I see anyway. It looked like when I was going on board with him that his teammate weren't ready, but he's got his tyres anyway. Let's see where Ginger Ninja goes out ahead. Ben and Street Gamer, Matt and Jack all going to the pits at the same time. So Ginger Ninja comes comfortably ahead. And we've got Dragon Shanley then, but Dragon Shanley still yet to pit. Let's go on board with Dazlad and Hamilton then. They're having a bit of a scrap into turn 1. As Ben is pitched as well as it's going to be 3 wide. Oh my word, this is getting absolutely insane. Bibbing getting 3-second time penalty. Expert Almond has disconnected. Holy moly. Hamilton and Ben going side by side into turn 4. As look at this. Dazlad has lost out on that, and the person that has gained on that is Hamilton. What a move from ILR3 Hamilton then. He's up into the podium position. He's in a net P2 at the moment. That was a move from Hamilton right there, going into turn 4, going into that turn. That is absolutely insane from them. But Ben can't let the pressure phase him. He's got to concentrate on the rest of the race. He can't let the pass go behind him. Dazlad, I think, is a little bit further behind the Dazlad Ben, but he's also got Street Gamer as well. We can also see a train forming up behind as well. Oh my word, this race has been so good so far. I've been enjoying every minute of it, and if you've been watching this back, I hope you guys enjoying it as well. As we got a wild carriage in the chat then, I see. As we got a yellow flag in sector. I didn't see what sector. I think it was Revolution that might have had a bit of a mistake, but I'm not entirely sure. So Revolution has lost it. Joker has left the session as well. So far we've had 2 disconnects. And Dragon Shanley dives it into the pits then. Let's see, Hamilton and Ben. Hamilton goes to the inside line, Ben to the outside. Touching wheels again as Hamilton almost goes off. Oh my word, what's happened to Hamilton? Hamilton has lost out there, and Dazlad says, see you later, I'm going to take advantage of that mistake, as Dazlad now goes up into P2. Now I'm going to challenge Ben for P2 now. So I think Hamilton was struggling on his hard tyres a little bit, or I don't know what happened to him, but this has been some good battling. I think it was a racing incident, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but Hamilton could have another chance going into turn 10 then. He's got DRS, but yeah, he's a bit too further back to do it on this occasion. I think the more important question is Street Gamer going to get ahead of Hamilton now due to that mistake? I wonder, as Revolution gets past the Expert Almond, I do believe both of them are disconnected anyway, so it's not going to matter. And if you are new to league racing, if you disconnect, your points or positions will not count, unfortunately. So it'll be a bit of a shame there, as Matt DJ has got a 3-second time penalty. I won't be checking time penalties until right at the end of this Grand Prix, so I won't be checking time penalties until then. So I'll keep an eye on the chat as well. Let us know your predictions. As Ben and Dazlad hang another scrap into turn 1. It's like Ben has been involved in scraps into turn 1 throughout the whole of this race. Ben is definitely showing his mettle today, and so is Dazlad actually. Dazlad now up into P2. Can Ben get the run into turn 4? Look at this, Dazlad getting a switchback that he needs. Wow! Props to Dazlad there, making a move in one of the most difficult corners on the circuit. Wow. Props to Dazlad. Really, it's great to see him doing so well. He's had a bad luck last race, and he's having a very good race here. So now, this is Hamilton's chance to gain position on Ben, but let's watch Ben then. Can Ben get past Dazlad? I think the DRS is so OP in turn 11 that I don't think Dazlad is going to get ahead of Ben. And battling up front is going to let Ginger Ninja cruise to a good gap. As Street Gamer is going to see if he can battle Hamilton going into the start-finish straight then. Hamilton is losing pace ever so slightly. As Street Gamer goes to the inside, as Hamilton, I think, holds off there and defends quite well. So that is Hamilton up into P4 this race so far. So I think he's lost a little bit on Ben. Let's see if Ben can have the run on Dazlad into turn 1. This is like round number 5 of this scrap. Oh my word. As Ben now gets to jump into turn 1. I swear, Ben and Dazlad are going to swap and change for P2. This is absolutely amazing. As we've got Hamilton. Oh, Dazlad lost it. Hamilton took advantage. Hamilton's now up into P3. What is this race? What is going on? This is insane battling from these three guys. I'm enjoying this, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. We got a yellow flag in sector 1. Jap made his way past Cinnamon Rage. Cinnamon Rage is up into P8, but bear in mind, I think Cinnamon Rage is the only person to pit, still yet to pit. So that's allowing Ben to have a clear edge up front then, due to that very good move that Ben has done, and able to get rid of those mistakes. So Ben is not letting the pressure phase him. He is able to focus, and that is very key. He's able to have a very good positive mindset. So Ginger Ninja setting the fast lap so far on the hard, which is great to see. But meanwhile, let's go on board with these guys going into turn by 1, because this is going to be a slipstream / DRS fest once again then. So let's see who's going to get the upper advantage then. Hamilton is going to get a DRS on Ben. Is Dazlad going to get it on Hamilton? Not quite. Hamilton gets the inside line into turn 1. You can see a good onboard view into turn 1 from Dazlad actually, and Hamilton gets the jump. Will Ben know about Hamilton? I think Hamilton's got a penalty, but I'm not entirely sure. But Ben could have another chance going into turn 4. Doesn't quite do it at the moment. So Hamilton is letting his mistakes past him and forget. And Hamilton is up into P2. Now, Cinnamon Rage is diving into the pit stand. He's going on to a set of mediums. No one is going for the 2-stop. So everyone is going for the 1-stop. But if Ginger Ninja could pull away like this, he can go. If he gains about a few more seconds per lap, if he gains about 20 seconds or 22, if I was him, I would go on a set of softs and see if he can get fastest lap. Or it might be a bit of a gamble, or he might just want to take his tyres to the end of the race. I don't know, but Ginger Ninja does have free choice in this matter. Ginger Ninja can play the game all he wants. Now, Edited Fawn, his teammate, is in the chat. I wonder what he wants his teammate to do. So, Edited Fawn, if you're watching this, let us know what you'll be doing. What you think your teammate will be doing. Because I know you guys work quite well as a collective. So we're pretty much halfway of this race so far. If you just joined us, where have you been? But this has been an absolutely classic race so far in ILR3 Xbox. If this race is good, I am very much looking forward to ILR3 PS4 on Sunday. It's going to be epic. As Ben, I think Ben holds on to P3 from Dazlad then. The Street Gamer is right behind Dazlad as well. Street Gamer is going to join in the party. Oh my god, this is going to be crazy. Oh my god, this is going to be insane. Loving this, absolutely loving this. These drivers are pulling up an absolute great show so far this race. Only a few few instances, but this might be looked into the stewards. But we are seeing a class in the field. We have had 3 no assist tiers this year. Last year we only had 1. This season, 1, 2 and 3 are all no assists, and it's definitely the best decision, as we're seeing some more close racing than ever before. As Dazlad is not giving up on this podium. He wants this podium so badly. He knows what Ben and Hamilton are capable of. Hamilton must be good on this circuit, and we do have a little bit of an insight knowledge on Edited Fawn then. Edited Fawn said his teammate's got the race in hand. He just needs to manage his tyres to the end. So I think from what Edited Fawn is saying, he wants his teammate to stay on the hards to get to the end of the race. He doesn't want Ginger Ninja to take the gamble. So he's not a risk taker like me. So, Ben, can he get the run into turn 1? Oh, look at Street Gamer! Street Gamer almost had a look into turn 1, but he didn't want to cause any chaos, so he decided to stay where he put. Where is the old Street Gamer? Street Gamer last season was involved in collision after collision after collision. This season so far, he's been instant free. Absolutely amazing. Very consistent so far this season and doing very well. And if Street Gamer keeps this up, he could be on for a podium if he gets this move just right. Top 5 in a battle for second place. Where do you see this? In ILR3 Xbox this is. And I think a lot of you guys have joined at the right moment because this is going to be absolutely mental. So, going into the DRS straight then, what can Street Gamer do to put the pressure on to Dazlad? You can see Hamilton right on the background covering off Ben, which is all you need to do so far. And Edited Form saying what a race this is to turn out. Yes, it is. And I think Edited Form kind of wish he was back in Britain racing in a Mercedes in his usual car, because he would be involved in races like this. But at least you get to see the races where you are in America. I do believe Edited Form is in America. I hope he has a nice holiday, by the way. Even though we don't have a full lobby, it's about quality more than quantity. And that is what it just goes to show right here at this moment in time. Now, Dazlad is going to get DRS on Ben, but I don't think he's going to get in the run into turn 1, but he could surprise me. He almost had a chance having a look there. They're very tightly together. Almost, Street Gamer almost hit to the back of Dazlad there. Hopefully there is no damage there. I don't think there is. So Street Gamer decides to stay put for now, as Epic has got a 3-second time penalty as well. I'm too scared to look at penalties because there's still so much battling happening at the moment that I can't look at penalties, because otherwise I would miss a battle and the guys in ILR3 would never live it down. And Edited Form can't call who's going to get on the podium. To be honest, Edited Form, I can't call who's going to get on the podium either. If this race is insane, I wonder what ILR1 and ILR2 Xbox is. I assume, if this race is crazy, I assume those two races would be awesome as well. Make sure you check those out on the ILR YouTube channel tomorrow and see how those races, because I can predict that those two races will be absolutely insane as well if this race has gone too good as well. So I am definitely going to watch those two back as well if this race is anything to go by. So yeah, I can almost predict that ILR1 and 2 is as crazy as this as well. So they're currently live streaming on the Twitch channel, ILR1 on ILR Twitch. But let's jump on board with Dazlad and Ben. Dazlad and Ben having a little bit of a scrap then, as Dazlad going to the inside. Can Street Gamer use to his advantage and blink when the other guys are caught napping? We'll have to wait and see. A bit of an ambitious move from Dazlad going into turn 4. Doesn't quite work for him. Oh, Street Gamer making a little bit of a mistake there. So, will this put Street Gamer out of contention? Nope, he's pulling back. He is pulling back, which is great to see from Street Gamer's end. It shows how much of a good racer he is. We've got Master Tiger in the chat, nice to see as well. To be honest, guys, I don't want this race to end. This is great. This is absolutely great. But anyway, as LCR Ben has dropped off from Hamilton, so let's just quickly check penalties, because this is a tricky corners to overtake. Let me just check penalties actually quickly. I'll be very quick. So Hamilton has got he's got a 5-second time penalty. He might be the stock go, I don't know. Ben is penalty free, so Ben is gonna at the moment is gonna be ahead of Hamilton. So I'll check Dazlad's penalty in a second as well. But look at this. Dazlad is gonna get the edge on Ben once again. Dazlad around the inside of him into turn 1, and he makes it done this time. There was no challenge there. Absolutely incredible stuff, but Ben is going to have DRS then. Ben is going to get the outside line into turn 3, and then approaching turn 4. Hamilton can breathe easy for this time being. Can Ben get the move done? Oh, look at Street Gamer. Street Gamer is going to have action in it as well. Once again, Street Gamer says, hang on, where is me in this battle? I want to join in it as well. I want to see you guys make mistakes so I can get that position. Holy moly. A battle for the final podium position is potting up here in ILR3. And this is what we like to see in ILR. Some superb battling. I've been looking forward to this race all day, to be honest with you. And Dazlad is going to have another look into turn 11. Can he do it? Yes, he does. And looks like Ben is going to have a tricky move into turn 12, and he does that very well. Street Gamer having a similar line as well. He almost got Dazlad as well there. Street Gamer almost making a little bit of a mistake once again, but Street Gamer is still right on the back of Dazlad. He's just looking. You can tell from the way that he's driving. You can tell that he's hungry for it. Absolutely hungry for the position. As Street Gamer then, what can he do into turn 1? It's going to be 3 wide. This is going to be 3 wide. Holy moly! What can these guys do? Ben gets past Dazlad once again, as I can't get off this battle, to be honest with you. And you can also see Jack and Matt DJ having a little bit of a battle as well, as Dazlad and Street Gamer hold off for now. Because of these battling, Hamilton needs to find, I think, another 3 seconds, and then he'll get P2. If not, he will get P3 according to the penalties. As long as Ben and Dazlad doesn't get any more penalties, then we should be absolutely fine. So, Street Gamer is sensing the opportunity on Dazlad at the moment, but he's taking it a little bit easy, But speaking of that, I'm going to see actually how everybody is doing in terms of ERS. So Street Gamer, he is fine on ERS, 95% on ERS mode 3. Dazlad on 74%. Ben on 35. So Ben, I think Ben, he is the most vulnerable out of the rest of the guys, because he's got less ERS to play with. So let's see if Street Gamer could take the advantage here going into turn 1. Dazlad, I don't think Street Gamer is going to have a look, because Dazlad is sensing the opportunity as well. As Dazlad, see if he can make the run into turn. Oh, they're touching off the circuit. Oh no. Hopefully no damage is done there. I don't think it is, but it's still some remarkable racing between these guys. Out of these guys, you know, and I think Dazlad's up into P3 now, and potentially he could get P2 out of all of this as well. And look at this, Street Gamer's going to get past Ben as well, going into turn 7. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Ben gets ahead of him. Oh my word, my voice is almost dying, because there's so many battles happening between these guys pretty much every single lap. Oh no, Ben's made a mistake. Ben's made a mistake there, so that is pretty much 3 positions gone for LCR Ben. Is his tyres called quit? I think so, as he's lost it a little bit there, and Jack's going to close up to him as well. So Dazlad is going to get a podium. He's going to get P2 at this rate. Let's look at the penalties for Dazlad actually, to see where he's going to come out. He's penalty free as well. He's got 1 warning. So, yes, he is going to come in P2 of this race, which will be his best result in ILR history. And I completely forgot what position he got in the PC League. If someone who did watch the PC League on Tuesday and does remember, and I don't think we're going to see the scrap that we wanted on the final few laps from these guys, which is a shame, but we've got Jack then. He's going to sense opportunity, so let's go and see what is happening with the rest of the field now, due to the battle for the podium positions are now starting to calm down just a little bit. So Matt DJ having a good race. He's very clean. He did retire last week, but I think his main focus after what happened last week is to make sure that his cars make it into the finish, and that is what he wants to do. He wants to do that, and he wants to do that well. So he's about 1 second behind Jack. He's out of DRS range at the moment, but he's actually gained it. He has gained DRS. This is going to be vital for these last couple of laps. I'm going to take a sip of my water, I think, because I'm going to need it for these last few laps. Oh my word. I'm surprised my voice hasn't completely gone. I'm actually alright, to be honest with you. This is great stuff from every driver, and we still have 16 runners. Now, someone has asked in the chat, oh no, did I just do my first jinx of the stream? I was doing so well. But anyway, Bibbin is now out. I do believe he's in sector 1 and 2. That was my first jinx of the stream. I didn't do any other jinxes before so far, so I was doing good up until that point. So I'm pretty impressed with myself up until that point. So now we're down to 15 runners, which is still pretty good. Still pretty good to have 15 cars still intact. So Jack, as I thought he would be, is going to catch up to Ben now. Jack has caught Ben napping, and Jack is going to see if he can get the run into turn 11 pretty soon as well. Ginger Ninja, 22 seconds. Hamilton's got that penalty. Will he be told about Hamilton's penalty? Surely Ginger Ninja's got to go on the softs. Surely. Surely to get the fastest lap. He wants to get the hat trick. He's got to do that. But I have a feeling he's going to play it safe, as Jack is going to try it into turn 13 and 12. And he does it. Jack now up into P5 of this race. This is great stuff from the Renault driver. So that's Ben losing another position, which is what could have been for Ben really. But at least he's going to get his car back to the finishing line, which will be good for him. So we'll have to wait and see, as I think Ben gets the edge on Jack going into turn 1 again. So I think Ben really does well in turn 1 on this track, I must say. But Jack is down under pressure from Matt DJ going into turn 4. Matt DJ gets to the inside. He now has to go to the outside. Meanwhile, Dragon Shanley and Cheesy Dreams are having a scrap for the points paying position. This is going to be absolutely intense here. Dragon Shanley's going to get DRS from Cheesy Dreams, and he's going to take the inside line. But Cheesy Dreams gets to switch back and stays P9. So, sorry we haven't seen much of a battle up the midfield, because the battle for the podium was absolutely too spicy to miss. But it is nice to get a battle with the midfield today. So, let's just go on board with Dragon Shanley, actually, going into these next couple of corners. Then we'll just have to wait and see what goes on. So let's just see what goes on into the last. It's the penultimate lap. Time flies by when you're having fun, really. It's been absolutely incredible. So hope you guys have been enjoying this. Oh, Dragon Shanley almost, oh no, he's going to hit the wall as well. Oh no, he was running so well during that stint, and he's lost a bit of his rear wing as well. That must be absolutely frustrating. He was on the fight for the points as well. Will he hold it on for one more lap? I don't know, but here comes Epix, Revolution and Cinnamon Rage. Look at this, it's a 4-car train for the points as well. So let's follow this car battle for the end then. As Epix has got a 3-second time penalty as well. So that's probably going to cost him. But meanwhile, let's go on board with Cinnamon Rage then. Going into turn number 1. Revolution defends from the outside. But is this the right move for him? Yes, it is. He couples on the outside, which was where Cinnamon was going to go anyway. Cinnamon now up. Stays in 13. Revolution stays in 12th. And I do believe Expert Almond has still disconnected, because you can see the ghost still ghosted Racing Point. So, as Ginger Ninja is on the final lap, Ginger Ninja is showing pure domination. It's one prediction tonight that I've got right. It's definitely Ginger Ninja. But let's not concentrate on him at the moment. We've still got more battles to contend with. No! Ginger Ninja's got his first penalty of the session. But that's hardly going to matter anyway, because he's 23 seconds behind Hamilton. And also Hamilton has got a penalty as well. So it's pretty much going to be even Stevens. So let's just see what's going to happen to Cinnamon Rage then. I think Cinnamon Rage, is a little bit too further back to make the move that he wants to. So I think the battle, for the point is going to be between Revolution and Epics and Dragon Shanley as well. And I think it was a little bit too close for comfort for Dragon Shanley. But anyway, Epics and Revolution. Revolution's quite close then. And I thought Epics was going to go into the pits, but I thought that was a bit too close for comfort anyway. So let's just see what happens with Revolution then. Is he going to get in the run into turn 1 on Epics? No, not quite. Not quite. So let's just jump on board with Ginger Ninja in a second. But I'm just going to see if Ginger Ninja... Yeah, let's go on board. Oh, we got yellow flag in sets 2. Not quite what happened, but Ginger Ninja has been on pole from start to finish. And he takes the win here in ILR3, his first. He got the pole. He got the win. Will he get fastest lap? We will have to find out. Hamilton is going, I think, Dazlad is going to get P2, I think, due to the fact that Hamilton's got a 5-second stop-go penalty to serve. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, that is his penalty added on. Dazlad and Street Gamer having a jump to the line. That's Dazlad in P2, Hamilton 3rd, Street Gamer 4th, Ben 5th, Jack 6th, Matt 7th, Cheaty Dream and Steerage having a bit of a last scrap for P8 then. I thought it was the end of battles, but believe me, this is more battles coming here in ILR3. Steerage has got to get the jump pretty soon as well. I'm not entirely sure what has been happening with penalties for Cheaty Dreams, but I know Steerage has a penalty. And Cheaty Dreams stays ahead of Steerage. Steerage is going to come across in 9th. Dragon Shanley, oh, we binned it in the wall, but I think he's going to get P10 anyway. Revolution gets P11 due to Epic's penalties. And I think due to Expert's disconnect, that pushes Cinnamon Rage up into P14. So I'm gonna get the top 3 in for the podium interview. I think Ginger Ninja then is gonna get the hat trick. He's gonna get pole. He got pole. He got the win, and he got fastest lap. So he's gonna take the maximum 26 points, I think. So let's get the podium celebrations going then. A very well-deserved result for Ginger Ninja. That's really going to help Mercedes in the constructors. Hamilton, as in the real-life Lewis Hamilton, took the win in real-life Bahrain. And Ginger Ninja took the win here. So we're about to get the results. Oh my, that was insane. Action from start to finish. It's been absolutely amazing. One of my favourite races I've commentated so far ever on this game. So, Ginger Ninja, Ginger Ninja gets the fastest lap so far. So he takes the maximum 26 points. Dazlad in P2, his best result as well. Hamilton 3rd, Street Gamer 4th, Ben 5th, Jack 6th, Matt 7th, Cheaty Dreams 8th, Steerage 9th, Dragon Shanley 10th, Revolution 11th, Epics 12th, Cinnamon Rage 13th, Lukey 14th, and your non-finishers are Expert Almond, who unfortunately DC'd, Bibbin, Joker, and Blazer Guns. So, we are about to get the drivers in for a podium interview. So, and you've got the fancy music to get on with it as well. So, yeah, you've got lovely music to go with it as well. Now, first of all, I'm going to check who, if I got my speakers right. Yes, I have. And for those of you that are wondering who I would give my driver of the day to, I would definitely give it to Dazlad. Dazlad was on fire. There was one move going into turn 5 that it was awesome. I might clip that at the end of it, actually. It was insane coming from him for Dazlad. So my driver of the day has got to go to Dazlad. But I was huge respect to Ginger Ninja as well for definitely keeping him in control like that. And oh, do I have Ginger Ninja? Oh, I don't. I thought I had him. I thought I added him. I need to see if I could, because I can't see him online on my Xbox for some weird reason. So excuse me a minute. I do have Hamilton, and I need to see if I have Dazlad as well. I have Dazlad. Come on, Ginger Ninja, where are you? I'll need to find Ginger Ninja. If I add the top 2, then they'll probably add Ginger Ninja, so we'll have to wait and see anyway. As there we go. So I've just added those 2. I will see if I could get Ginger Ninja into this party. I will find a way, do not worry. And I will enable desktop audio as well, so you guys can hear our top 3. So I think one way to do this actually is go on someone else's friend list and see if I can find Ginger Ninja. Just excuse me for a minute whilst I do this. There's oh, it's not letting me select him. Okay. So whilst I try and add Ginger Ninja to this party, then hopefully Dazlad will come and join me as well. I'm just gonna hopefully my speakers haven't set to the wrong ones, but there we go. So I have to start to say Hamilton, what a good race, race for you. Were you expecting the P2 after turning offline pretty much for this game?
Definitely not. I mean, I was only aiming for point finishes, to be honest, especially with my teammate ILR3 Steerage's debut in this division, as he missed Australia, as he left me because he went on holiday. But I feel like he deserves a podium, to be honest. He had good pace and just lost the back end at turn 2 on lap 2, I believe. But luckily though, he didn't bin it into anyone or with a wall, so he still came home and scored 2 points, just like I did in Australia. But yeah, I wasn't expecting a podium. I mean, I'm gutted that I got the 5-second penalty by going 51 miles an hour into the pits, because I'm an idiot.
So you're now P3 now, I believe, aren't you?
Yeah, P3, as Street Gamer got a time penalty just towards the end. If he didn't get that, then I would have missed out by 1/10 of a second, so I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Street Gamer. But it's a wonderful way to start off this season, though, getting a podium, getting some strong points, and just boosting my position in the standings.
So how was you battling with Ben and Street Game and also the other people as well? Because it must have been absolutely intense. It was intense watching it from my end. Were you feeling the pressure from your end?
Oh yeah, definitely. With being new to no line and not really thinking I had the pace to be up at the front. I mean, can't really say anything about Ginger Ninja. He just flew. Like he's on a different level. But battling with Ben and Dazfell and Street Gamer, it was very sweaty, I'll tell you that. It was ding-dong battles all the way through that stint, and then me and Dazfell went for the undercut, but it sort of slowed me down as I was a faster pit stop, so I was on the pit exit and he cut in front of me, which is what the AI do for some reason, and it made me brake check. So when Ben came out the pits, we were all side by side into turn 1 and 2, so I had to do the cut back and get a better run and managed to get the position. But then after then, I feel like Dazfell and Ben ended up like hitting each other or just going side by side for so long. So I had to take my chance and just scarp and just push like hell. But unfortunately, I missed out by 4 attempts for getting P2, but I'm still happy.
Yeah, considering it was no line as well. What was the decision of you turning off the line completely?
Well, I've got nothing left to prove, to be honest. I've shown my pace with line on, with incredible battles with ILR3 Steerage and Smasher Sam, to be honest, in Season 5, and with Steerage in Season 4. And I feel like if I just left the line on, it would just get quite boring for me, because I've already done that for ages and it was the only thing I had to take off to challenge myself. And the game just looks nicer with the line off anyway, so I just felt like, why not go for it? New game, fresh start, and let's see what I can do.
And will Bahrain be added to a list of your favourite tracks on this game though after tonight?
I've always liked it, but I've never been good at it. But I feel like, yeah, it's up there now. This, Britain, Spa, they're my favourite tracks now.
So going into the next track, which is China, how are you finding no line on that track at the moment, or haven't you had time to practice yet?
Well, the only practice I've done on China is career mode, and that was on the 25th of June in a McLaren
Release
before
day,
the patch. Yeah, exactly. So I've had a 2-second slower McLaren around that track, and that's it. So I feel like this weekend and going into next week, I need some serious practice on it.
Yeah. So how are your championship hopes looking? What were your expectations for the season? So obviously you weren't in the podium last week. Well, I'll ask you now, what are your expectations?
Well, my main rivalry is with my esports team teammates, to be honest, ILR3 Button and ILR3 Steerage. It's just a shame that ILR3 Button's on holiday right now, so he's missed out on this one, but I'm pretty sure they're all going to be there for the next ones, so I'm just trying to beat them. And as I was saying, I wasn't expecting to get a podium or be this high up, so I didn't really think to have any rivals that are this quick. But
and I rated
feel
you
like
very low
Street
in
Gamer
the
might be
expectation
there
as well after last week.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That probably
wasn't
helped
best.
you there. For
yeah,
today.
there's my confidence now.
Yeah. So well done to you. Ginger Ninja doesn't have a mic, so he can't join. And I'm just going to check. I'm going to check to see there's a sign of Dad's Lad join the party. No, there's not. So I think that is it for the session then for Bahrain Grand Prix, and that was a mighty race. Make sure you do watch it back if you haven't already, because it was absolutely insane. If you want to catch more of me, I'm commentating ILR3 PS4 on Sunday, which should be a cracker as well. And there's also ILR1 and 2 going on Sunday as well. And Ginger Ninja was very happy with his lap, and he only realised after the 3 red lights there was no formation lap as well. So that really kind of shocked me as well. But he did that final push and he got the fastest lap. So that was his thoughts. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time for the Chinese Grand Prix. Have a good evening, everybody. Goodbye.